Just been in the gym. Quick workout, bit of a late one today, but had to get it done. Tony, how you doing? How are you, mate? Yeah, I'm good. I'm aching. Just been to the gym, so my kids are a bit lively out there, shouting and screaming. Sup, Tony? So I just wanted to do a quick periscope. Felt left out. Akil done one earlier. Charles done one earlier, so I thought, why not add to that? And didn't want to be left out. So just two things. Going to be a quick periscope. Going to start doing more and more of these, but before my kids start screaming, just two things. One, anyone who hasn't registered for Charles Miles's event, his webinar that he's hosting over on Tuesday next week. If you haven't registered for that already, go over to tradeempowered.com and you can sign up for that event. That's for Charles Miles. He's going to be hosting that. It's going to be very, very valuable, going over the basics of price action. So if you haven't already done that, why not go over and do that, right? Completely free of charge. Not like we don't give you enough free, valuable content here. He's going to host a whole webinar and give you some insights onto some of the basics of reading price charts, price action, and things like that. So go over and register for that. Second thing, had a message today by email saying that I want to get into trading. Basically the gist of the email was that they thought they had to know everything at once, right? Everyone goes into trading, they've got this rush. They want to run. We had this discussion in the live room today as well about rushing to trade capital, right? If you've got that mindset, you're very likely to lose money, because if by the time that you've done all of your back testing and forward testing, you've proved to yourself that you've got a system that works and provides a return on investment, if you're still rushing to trade live money, you've still got a gambler's mentality. And the gist of the email was, I just want to be a trader, but I think I've got to know this, I've got to know price action, I've got to know that, I've got to know structure, I've got to know about brokers, I've got to know about moving averages, I've got to know about a trade plan, I've got to put a trade plan together, I've got to do back testing. And it boils down to, there's no rush. You've just got to make a start. And there was one of my old mentors, his name's George, and he was my boss when I was a young apprentice. And one thing he said to me was, the best way to, the key to a successful business is being in business. And I really didn't understand what he meant. He said to me, the key to being in business is being in business. And I didn't have a clue what he meant. And then a couple of years later, as we'd started our business, and we're having an audit. We're having an audit, internal audit. And the things that they came out with were like, have you got this system in place? Have you got that system in place? What do you do for tax? What do you do for salaries? What do you do for health and safety? What have you got? Have you got this procedure in place for reporting, invoicing, all these different systems? And we had them all in place. We didn't think about them, but we had them all, because over time, you start to run into problems and you create a solution for it. You don't necessarily know why you've created that solution at the time, other than the fact that this makes my life a bit easier, right? But that is a system, and it's something you've built. And it was only then that it hit me. I thought, that is what he means. When we started this business, I didn't have a clue that I'd have to have any of this in place. I didn't have a clue, right? But over time, because I was in business, I learned and I got better. And we put the systems in place. We become a great business, right? So it's the same with trading. You're going into trading, you don't have to know it all, but if you don't start, you're not going to get anywhere, right? That's the point. If you don't start, you're not in business, so you're never going to be in business. So make a start. Doesn't have to take, it can take as long as you want. But if you don't start, you're not going to learn, therefore you can't grow. You can't fail, you can't make mistakes, and that is the only way you're going to grow. Right? We either hit a success, or we hit some, we hit some sort of feedback. Feedback's normally negative, and it means that you've got to tweak or change in some way. That's how you learn, and that's how you grow. And then all of a sudden, before you know it, you've done this, you've done that, you've backtested that, you've read that book, you've got your system set up, you've got your trading platform set up, you're attached to a broker, you've built a relationship with a broker, you've gone in, you've set up your workspace, right? You've tweaked your system, you're logging your results, and then you look back and you think, what have I got a system in place for? Well, I know that, I've got this, I've got that, I know my results, I know my projected, forecasted profits over the next year. Bang, you're there. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I really want to sort of encourage people to just make a start. It's the same in any business, trust me. If you're not starting, you got to start somewhere, right? You're never going to be, too many people want to be some kind of anomaly, right? People think they've got to be the next Zuckerberg, right? Or Elon Musk, or Branson, right? Branson, he's not an example, right? He's not an example. Branson is repeatable. You can become Branson. People like Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and people like that, they're just, they're an anomaly. They're one-offs. But you haven't got to reinvent the wheel. Too many people think they've got to be great. They've got to do, they've got to have everything from day one, and you haven't. You've just got to chip away, chip. Right, when we started with Trade Empowered, I think this time last year, I had 100 followers on Twitter. Okay, now we've got, what, 1,550 odd. Takes time. Next year, might have 3,000. The year after, might have 10,000. Who knows? Who cares? Just start. Just start. Yeah, sure. Graystone at tradeempowered.com, or you can email Charles at tradeempowered.com. Alright, so that's just what I wanted to share with you guys anyway. Bit of a quick periscope after I was hyped up from the gym. So, one, sign up for Charles Miles' program for free on Never Skip Leg Day. Shh. Sign up for Charles Miles' program on Tuesday. Two, make a start. I'll see you in the live room, guys.